Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jeffrey with Clark Realty, right here in sunny, vibrant St. Petersburg, Florida, where you'll find over 361 days just like this, with blue skies and sunshine, a thriving art scene, and some of the most beautiful beaches on Florida's Gulf Coast. If you're thinking about relocating and you want that laid-back coastal lifestyle without the South Florida price tag, you're definitely in the right place. So whether you're coming from out of state, escaping cold winters, or just looking for a fresh start, St. Pete offers a unique blend of urban charm, walkable neighborhoods, and affordable housing options, all wrapped in tropical vibes. So today we're going to dive into the best neighborhoods in St. Pete for budget-conscious buyers, from hidden gems like Disston Heights and Lake Maggiore shores to up-and-coming communities like Central Oak Park. I'll show you how to make your dollar stretch without sacrificing lifestyle, location, or access to the best that our city has to offer. We'll also tell you about things like proximity to downtown St. Petersburg, where you can enjoy the Saturday morning market, grab a coffee at Bandit Coffee Co., or spend an afternoon at the Dolly Museum. And if you love the outdoors, we'll also talk about things like how close you are to Boyd Hill Nature Preserve, Crescent Lake Park, and of course, all of our beautiful beaches, which are always just a short drive away. So if you're dreaming of sunshine, sandy toes, and a strong sense of community without draining the bank account, this video is for you. Before we begin, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss out on insider tips, neighborhood spotlights, and real estate updates to help you live your best life here in Pinellas County. Let's get into it. Okay, but before we dive into specific neighborhoods, let's talk numbers, because affordable can mean different things depending on where you're coming from, obviously. In 2025, the average home price in St. Petersburg, Florida sits around $440,000, but here's the good news. There are still plenty of neighborhoods where you can buy well below those averages without compromising on safety, amenities, or lifestyle. And these aren't just areas to get by in. We're gonna talk about communities where you can thrive. So we're talking about neighborhoods with tree-lined streets, local coffee shops, family-run restaurants, and quick access to both nature and nightlife. So imagine being like 10 minutes from the beach, close to downtown, and still within reach of grocery stores, gyms, and local hotspots like Grand Central District or Gulfport's quirky downtown strip, all without breaking the bank. So whether you're a young professional, a first-time buyer, or just trying to make a smart move in today's market, these neighborhoods could be your ticket to living well on a budget in St. Petersburg. So let's start with Central Oak Park, which is a really true hidden gem in the heart of the city of St. Petersburg. This neighborhood features gorgeous 1920s and 1950s bungalows with really wide front porches and a real sense of community pride. It's located just west of US 19 and is minutes from downtown St. Pete. It offers walkability, access to local spots like Mazzaro's Italian Market, which is an absolute local favorite. You've got to check it out. And it's zoned for several really solid public schools. The median home price is still around like 300 to high 300s, maybe like 310 to 395, somewhere in there. And many of the homes are not in a flood zone, which I know is a really appealing thing, especially from people who haven't lived in Florida and been through kind of our storm cycles. Also, not being in a flood zone means lower insurance costs, which is another plus when we're talking about affordability. It's also a really ideal neighborhood for buyers who want a really central location with historic charm and a lot of long-term appreciation potential. Next up, let's talk about Lake Maggiore shores, and this one's perfect if you want to be close to nature. The neighborhood hugs Boyd Hill Nature Preserve, which spans over 245 acres of trails, wildlife, and lakeside views. As the name implies, you're also going to be very near Lake Maggiore, which is one of the city's largest freshwater lakes, and just minutes from downtown St. Pete, Tropicana Field, and even the Skyway Bridge if you're planning on commuting south. Homes here are typically under $350,000, and the area tends to be more quiet, residential, and often overlooked, which means you get more space and privacy without sacrificing location. And then if you need even more space, or maybe a garage, a bigger yard, or a third bedroom, you could consider checking out Disston Heights, which is one of the largest residential neighborhoods in the city. It offers a more suburban vibe while still just being about 10 to 15 minutes from the beach and about 15 minutes from downtown St. Pete. You can think like wider streets, larger lot sizes, and a lot of ranch-style homes built in the mid-1900s, like the 50s and the 60s, but obviously a lot of those have been updated since that point. Prices here are around $400,000, and this is definitely one of those areas where buyers often say, I didn't even know this area existed. It's a really great fit for families or buyers who are wanting a little bit more room to grow. Okay, now let's talk about Jordan Park in Midtown, which is a very up-and-coming area. If you're an investor or a buyer looking for long-term value, I would keep my eye on Jordan Park and parts of the Midtown. These areas are going through major revitalization with a lot of new development, a ton of city investment, and a lot of local businesses moving into this area. It's really not uncommon here to still find homes for under like $350,000, and they offer a ton of upside potential over the next few years, in my opinion. You're also really close to a lot of cultural gems here, like Deuce's Live Historic Main Street and the Warehouse Arts District. And on top of that, you're less than a 10-minute drive to downtown St. Pete and about a 15-minute drive to the beaches, making this area an absolutely prime spot. All right, now let's talk about strategy. If you're trying to maximize your budget, here's a couple quick tips to keep in mind. First is look just outside of the hot zones. So think south of Central Avenue, west of 34th Street, and north of 22nd Avenue. In those areas, you'll often find homes with a little bit more space for a little bit of a lower price tag. Another tip for you if you're a first-time buyer is that Florida offers a wide range of down payment assistance programs, especially in Pinellas County. You could qualify for up to $15,000 in aid if you meet certain criteria or more, depending on a lot of factors, which we can help guide you through. And the third tip is to work with a local realtor who knows these micro markets, like us at Clark Realty. Because at Clark Realty, we know which streets are up and coming, which blocks are undervalued, and which listings are going to offer you the best ROI for your goals. St. Pete really does have something for everybody, whether you're a beach lover, a foodie, a nature enthusiast, or a remote worker looking to escape the grind. And the best part is you do not need to be a millionaire to call this place home. If you're ready to make your move, or if you just want to explore your options, please do reach out to us at Clark Realty. We are local experts who live, work, and play in St. Petersburg, and we'd love to help you find your perfect fit, even on a budget. So don't forget to like this video, drop your questions in the comments, and subscribe for weekly updates. We'll see you in the next video.